Be careful what you steal. It could cost you a finger. Stay tuned to find out what I'm talking about up next.
I'm Maria Menounos, and you're tuned in to AfterBuzz TV, the ESPN of TV talk. Now, let the buzz begin.
Hello, all of our wonderful you viewers. Welcome to our party of 4.
Yay!
And as always, this is our episode 2 of Just the Tip, our amazing show You. And I have 3 of my lovely co-hosts. We'll start with my left. We'll call you the crazy X is in your past.
Yes.
Which will make us have the name for you, which are plot predictor.
I like it.
Also known as Adaeze. Hello to Adaeze. And then we'll keep going on down to the left. I feel like the price is right. I'm sorry. To the left are Cody, who's going to be our male resident and insider perspective. And next in the beautiful red is Takira, who is our super observant one herself. And last but not least, I am Taquaila, and I will be your revenge analyst. Yay. And welcome again to our party of 4. So this episode, we're going to kind of talk about relationships. We'll have a couple of questions and topics. We'll group them under the relationship category. We see Joe going through a couple of different phases in his life and different areas of relationships. So we'll count down that. Later on, Takira will have our amazing special segment, Creepy, Crazy, or Cute. Of course, join us in the chat so you can help us decide what the segment would go under, Creepy, Crazy, or Cute. We have Adaeze who has news for us, and then later Cody will have a special announcement for everyone watching. So let's jump into overall thoughts. Adaeze, do you want to give us your overall thought for episode 2?
This episode for me was so confusing because I couldn't understand how everybody was falling in love so quickly. I mean, loved Will Joe. And of course we know that Will Joe is already in love with love, and everything is just progressing so fast. So I can't wait to see like how this progresses, because every episode we get a lot.
Yes.
So it was a really good episode though.
It was good. Definitely a little more mellow than the previous one. Mm-hmm. Not as like suspenseful and like, oh, this is about to happen, but like it definitely left us hungry for what's coming next.
Takira?
Yeah, I was like, okay, what I missed? Whoa, hold on, what happened? Like, for a second, I kind of got a little like, oh, okay, I'm a little bored. But then I got confused because all the, like, people and then the connection. I'm like, okay, I'm lost. And social media kind of said the same thing about episode 2. I was like, oh, okay, I'm not the only one. But no, I really liked it. I mean, we see him kill somebody, so that's always fun.
That's
right.
You know, that's the true Joe way. So, you know, get to see some human meat, but it was good. It's like I'm excited to see episode 3 for sure, because they always know how to like keep us coming back. So I'm excited that hopefully episode 3 gives us that excitement that I think we want.
Yeah. I'm a little mix of everybody's opinion. I think that it was a little slower, but they have, at least from season 1, some of the episodes are like filler episodes to give us insight what's going on. And so I felt like that's kind of what this one was. We got to hear Beck talk, so she's kind of back, if I can say, you come back from the dead, just like in last season that was Candace. So now we have Beck, and their relationship still seems so fresh, like when she starts talking to him when they're in the storage cage, we'll call it, or the storage unit or whatever. So I do understand how it was slow, but I feel like we got some great tidbits inside of the episode. So again, we'll talk about relationships. So the first one, I want to kind of get your opinions on what you might call relationship do's or don'ts, and that's going to be based off of Love. Initially, while I was watching it, I called her the aggressor. She's the one coming to him forthright, spilling all her feelings, wanting the return in from Joe, and it seems like he's not used to that role reversal. And you keep hearing in his monologue, like, okay, you're going too fast. And even though he thinks they're going too fast, we're meeting friends already, things of that nature, then you hear him talking about he can't wait to tell their kids how they met and their love story. Oh, yeah. So in the episode where they're meeting with the friends, one of the friends says that it's Love's forthrightness, not to call her an aggressor. So I will use the word forthright because I like that better.
I like it.
Is that a do or don't? Is too much aggression attractive, not attractive? Cody, what is your first thought process?
It can be scary. I know, like, if someone, like, is coming on too hard to me, it's like, I feel like when someone comes on real strong, it's like, I don't know you. Like, why are you so invested in me when you don't know who I am? Like, why are you that excited to, like, just be that gung-ho about it? So, it can be very flattering if you, like, step back and look at it, but I think it's, that much aggression, if you're not ready for that, is, I'm not going to say aggression, but that much.
Forthrightness.
If you're not ready for it, can be very overwhelming, and it's scary. I think I would be a little flighty. I'd be like, okay, we're going to have to take a step back.
Did you understand the point of view that Love was coming from, where she said she had things left unsaid to her husband, and so now she's just saying whatever she feels to anyone because she wants to get it out? So would that make you more acceptable or understanding to her forthrightness, so that you wouldn't want to pull away too quick? Or is that still, you're on the line of, no, just slow down a little for me?
I guess a little along the line. It's a little bit of both, because though she is very forthright, I don't think that she's coming off in like she's not coming off as like super needy or like stalkery as Joe Will is. Or was, or has.
Joe Will.
But,
I love that we call him Joe Will.
That's a new nickname. Yeah.
Storage
Will and
Joe
Will.
Got it.
But I don't think she's doing too. She's doing a lot. She's doing a lot, and as like from an outside perspective, it's a lot. But I think we see that he's kind of into it, so it works for them. But if the role, if I were in this situation, I'd be like, girl,
I think it depends.
Hi,
Right.
buy me a drink first.
Yeah. Exactly. Takira, what does it depend on for you?
No, I think it depends on life. I don't live in what ifs. I think speaking forthright, direct, just speaking the truth, speaking what you feel. I don't see anything wrong with that. I think kind of it depends on your experience. I think Joe Will loves it. I don't see anything wrong with it. Who cares?
Adaeze?
I have mixed feelings about it, because I think it depends on where you are in life, as far as like if you're ready for that type of relationship, and to who it's coming from. Because I've experienced where really assertive, aggressive guys have turned me off. Like, whoa, like slow down, you don't even know my name. Yeah. But then if I'm attracted to a guy and I do want to date, that type of aggression is also attractive, because it's like, wow, he knows what he wants. So it's not necessarily a bad thing or a good thing. I guess it depends on who the person is, how they're doing it. Like, for example, she's not being, like you said, she's not being that scary, even though for us it looks very scary, because it's really fast and really just like, okay, I love you already. But, not like she's popping up at his house. Okay, she did. She popped up at his house.
She popped up at least once.
Yeah, a couple times.
Okay.
She's like, we need to talk.
So,
well, she's not slashing tires yet, guys.
And goodness forbid, she picked up the phone and called him.
And she did call prior to coming. And she did care about his wound. So maybe she's just a nice girl who loves hard.
There we go. Yeah. Perspective. And a nice little way to button that all up. We'll go into, so the next thing is also kind of piggybacking off what you were just saying, that you can tell that Love is maybe still a little hurt from her husband's passing. So do you think that both of them, Love in her husband's passing, and then Joel and Beck, because we see his hallucinations in Beck, is that baggage that they should both deal with first? Or do you think they can both handle it and then come into their new friendship relationship?
I mean, should they in real life? Yes. But it does not make for good TV. Yeah. So keep it, the drama and the struggle and all the issues and the twists and turns. Keep it. It makes for good TV. But should they in a perfect world, or if you want to, of course, you're supposed to get over your baggage, find yourself, and then, move on. But no, I like that they're struggling. Who cares? It makes for good TV.
Mm-hmm.
Cody or Adaeze?
Well, I'll say this, like, Love does not know who Joe really is, so there's no amount of, like, getting over his baggage that's going to help her out. Like, as we thought he was getting over his baggage, like, he was turning over a new leaf, had a new name, and he was trying to fake not be attracted to Love and stay away from her, little did we know he was doing all the stuff that he did with Beck. You know, so he wasn't really changing. So, like, there's nothing that's going to change about Joe. He's forever sick. Now, with Love, there's something about her that I don't necessarily trust, and something about just, oh, I'm really hurt by my husband, he's dead. It's just too simple for me. I predict that there's something else that went on with her husband or in her past, that maybe she's her little Joe Will in her too.
Yeah.
Not that she killed him, but maybe she did.
Yeah.
I don't know. But that,
We had those thoughts circulating.
I
Yes.
don't know, but there's something, another layer to it where it's not just like, okay, she needs to get over the fact that she's like a widow. I think there's something else that maybe it happened that she also, which maybe is projecting right now in her relationship with Joe.
Right.
Yeah, I agree with all of it. I think that it obviously does make for better TV if they have their problems in the same pot. But I mean, I think in a healthy world they should deal with them separately before coming together, because I believe that they're both murderers and crazy people.
Right.
So I don't think having too much crazy in one stew is a good idea. But
if you're
it's
not
gonna make
with
a good
someone-
show.
If you're not with someone crazy, who are you gonna be with? Like,
Someone
they
not-
understand.
You need someone who can handle it.
They understand.
Well,
Two crazy people cannot handle each other.
so then I asked, because Joe says at
negatives make a
one point,
positive.
love trans us into what? So what does love transfers us into what is a statement that he made. He says, I love you, girl. Talking about Beck and love, but what does love transfer you into? He's trying to be a good person. He's trying to be genuine, apparently not a killer, maybe not even stalker, but it's transferred in him into all those things because his love is codependent on, I guess, the way he does all those things. So what essentially should love transfer into you?
Well,
Transfer you into, excuse me.
I think, you mean ideally.
Yeah.
Ideally, love should transfer you into a better person for yourself. I feel like when you meet someone and you fall in love, it should tell you more about you than it tells you about them. But we're watching Joe Will come and encounter all these problems and not escape them because he wants to be with Love. So, like, Love is actually turning him into an idiot, like a bad person. For example, like, he was debating whether he should skip his meeting with a potential $50K to have lunch with her and her friends. Like, who does that? And by the way, he had no pinky.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Right.
Like, you know what I mean? We're
Yes.
just like, go to the meet. Like, what are you talking about? And instead of going to the meeting on time, which we didn't know yet, but everything was all good. But he stayed and he stalked her a little bit. Like, Love is turning him, the emotion Love, is turning him into a dummy, a very sloppy person. If I can remember correctly, in season 1, of course, I mean, he was a novice killer. He wasn't a killer yet, but he still was kind of calculated in how
Right.
he acted. And he's just already being kind of sloppy. So love should turn you into a smart, good person. It's turning him into an even worse, not good, smart person.
Right. Well, I think that comes from the fact that the person Love is coming on so strong. So it's different. Like, he had to be calculated with Beck because it was like he was analyzing her and everything that she did and how she behaved and where she went. Whereas Love is just like, oh, I see you.
I'm
You're
here.
right here. She even calls him out in the grocery store. He just walked up to just kind of get closer, and she's like, are you following me?
Yeah.
And he's like, yeah, I was. You got me.
And it
Like,
might have been the first time he was ever truthful and
I
honest.
love that.
Right?
I love that part. Yeah.
so it's like, I think she's just a different brand. Like, I think he's into it, but throwing him for a definite loop.
Yeah, for sure.
So, just to tag away a little bit from being so deep into the Love and Joe Will love story, we'll go on to next the Jasper Will, Joe Will.
I guess we could
Storage
just say
Will.
Joe and
Joe Will,
maybe.
because it's going
We
crazy.
can call him
yeah.
Joe.
The triangle
Yeah.
relationship between Will, Jasper, and Joe. But before that, Cody has an announcement for everyone.
Yes, guys, I just want to thank you so much for making us the ESPN of Talk TV. We are so thankful to have you guys watching, to have you listening. If you're on YouTube, please like us, comment, say nice things, say what you're feeling, let us know, give us a thumbs up. And if you're listening to us on iTunes, thank you so much. We appreciate you. Also, give us some love there. And guys, I mean, I said before, I love being here. I'm happy for this group. We're having some good conversation about this show. And please just keep listening. give us love and we'll give it back.
Yeah.
Most
Love you.
definitely. We would love to have you guys engage in the show as well. And we love to give fan shout outs. So when you do that, it lets us know that you support us and we will support you in the same way. So we'll go into the triangle again. And the intro, I said, be careful what you steal because it could just be a finger. So that's one of the parts of things that was stolen in the episode. Now, that makes me feel I felt slightly sad for him because he didn't know who Will was when he decided to clunk him in the back of his head. He didn't know what he was getting himself to, and now he had a semi-lost pinky. What in that instance would make you, or would it make you turn away? Would it make you let Will go for his life because you don't know what other baggage he has? You see he's already maybe some type of mental health issue going on with him. You already had his drug dealer, I guess, basically make a sale to you. So now you have the $50K. Like, what would in that instance make you want to free a guy or a woman whose identity you stolen?
He should have freed him right when he said that. Right when he got his pinky cut off. Like, you can think about it. He literally said, "I could just turn him in and be done with this." But the reason why he didn't is because he needs to keep this identity for love.
Is that crazy? Is that enough? Does that make him maniacal, or does that make him passionate about his love for love?
He is a maniac. That is crazy. You're missing your pinky's so important. I don't know if you guys know how important your pinky is. You might underestimate how important your pinky is.
It's the vein in your pinky I read one time that goes to like your heart or your lung. It goes to some important organ.
God gave it to you for a reason.
Maybe not.
So
it's not the pinky.
He cut it off, and he thought about it. Like, I'm not even Will. Like, I could just turn him in and be done with this. But then he realized if he turns him in, he ruins everything. So then that's when he went to get the $3K. And then what about when he figures out that the $50K is really 50 pieces of, I don't know what that was.
Look,
brain candy.
Right?
Yeah, there we go. Great name for it.
Would you guys have turned away then? Like, what do you guys think?
I mean, he kind of did. I guess he did what you would have to do, is just take it. Like, he literally took the bag of drugs. And it's like, you came all the way out there, all the way to the valley.
Another proposition for the cash,
which wasn't gonna help him.
Oh, right.
I mean, that could have been the easier way out.
Gross.
It wouldn't have gotten $50K.
He would have got the cash and maybe kept his pinky.
Oh, you think he was offering the cash?
I thought, because when he said there's not 50 in cash, and he was like, "Well, do you want to perform oral?" And then that's when he turns away and walks out the door.
I just thought it was like, I have these pills, or I have this proposition.
Yeah, I don't think he had $50K.
Not the cash.
I
think it was just like, that wasn't what you wanted?
I think he's going to do it either way.
Does that make you feel better?
Like,
I was too
this
far
is
in my
all I got, so you got to choose.
Okay.
This is all I got.
My imagination went too far north. Okay.
What did trip me out about that whole situation at the house party was when the comedian, what was his name? Hendy. He said the exact same address of the doctor that the mobster said, or the mafia guy said. Mm-hmm. And I heard that and I was like, there's some sort of correlation there, and that's gonna...
There's a connection.
And then, not to go too far off topic, but then that made me even think further after we watched it, his connection to the girl, Delilah, and how she may be tied up in something deeper than we're seeing, even though she's so far this badass.
And she had the third eye, too. She knew that bad energy, that bad juju.
Oh, yeah, she was like, "You're nasty."
Mm-hmm, stay away.
Yeah, that was a really nice red flag, too, because, I mean, she was so blunt with it. She was just like, "Oh, yeah, the reason why you're so nice is because you're not, so stay away." And I thought it was completely surprising to me because I was like, "Oh, they're having a moment. They're connecting."
Yeah, she told that's such an intimate story.
Yeah,
and then it was like straight left. She'd tell you to pack your stuff and stay away. I'm like, oh, okay, cool. But I do like that she has spidey-senses because obviously that's kind of like foreshadowing of, okay, what's going to be her connection to finding out who Joe really is. So.
Right. I thought when the conversation was taking place and his face kind of changed where after she said that Hendy raped her or insinuated that she was raped by him and Joe was asked her, were you hurt? Then I thought like Hendy was going to be Joe's next kill in order to save her or over to bring peace to her and what happened to her. Or he will be in the human body grinder like Jasper and lose all his limbs. Who knows? One of the two. But in that, instance, Delilah, did I make that's right? Okay. She back to her spidey sense. Do you think that translates to her sister, or is her sister too free will, too young, immature, whatever word you want to use, to still want to be in cahoots, an asset or a friend to Joe? Do you think the sister sees that as well?
I don't think the sister sees it. I think she's just young, cute face, cute older guy in the building. But I think the sister is going to be what's the trouble. Like, I don't think Joe wants to hurt the sister or something.
Are you talking about Ellie?
Ellie,
the younger
yes.
sister. Okay.
But maybe Ellie sees something one day that she's not supposed to see because she's always hanging around. And now it puts him in another predicament. Like, I feel like right now Joe is trying not to accumulate bodies. He got a new life. He's just trying to fall in love, get some children, tell him about how they were friends in the beginning, all that. But now he has a body. He has Jasper. And so I feel like Ellie, she seems kind of annoying. Like, she's going to get in his way somehow, and he's going to have to make a decision to maybe hurt her. And that's going to make Delilah, like, see something.
Open him up more.
I think Ellie is really smart. I don't see that. I think she does see a lot in him. I feel like Ellie can see someone and pick up rather quickly that there's something that either that you're hiding or that you know. Like, I feel like she definitely has a spidey sense to be so young.
You think so? What makes you think that, though?
Because she can read people left and right. Like, everyone in the neighborhood, she's like, I know her, I know her, I know her, and you, I know you, because you're trying to be very, like, she kind of read him a little bit before, when she first met him. And so I think Ellie might, kind of like Paco. Like, Paco knew exactly who Joe kind of was. Like, Joe he saw Beck locked up. He didn't say anything. He didn't tell the cops. He saw him kill Ron. Maybe not exactly, but on a scale of 1 to 10, Paco knew Joe to like a good 8.5. And he still was kind of like young, maybe didn't know how to handle it. But I think I agree in a sense of Ellie's definitely going to get somehow wrapped up in something that she doesn't need to be. Or I think Joe is going to have to step in and kind of like in the Paco situation, like somebody's going to have to get hurt and he's trying to protect her, and it's not like he wants, but like you said, like body after body, not really planned. It's just like, this is just what I got to do.
I'm going to agree with you, Takira. I also feel like Ellie has that like that personality that just brings people towards her, that makes people at ease. Yeah. And so with that observation and her type of aura, I feel like she's actually going to be some type of asset to Joe in some part of the series. But when we get through to, our next segment, which is our special segment by you, Takira, if you want to go ahead, we'll throw it to you for creepy, crazy, or cute.
All right. So we're going to kind of switch it up. So creepy, crazy, cute is a segment where we kind of like to identify the little things that are throughout the episode, kind of teeter the line of crazy, creepy, or cute. And I want to know what you guys consider these. So I'm going to give you a couple scenarios, and I want to hear you guys' thoughts. So I got three scenarios. So at the very beginning of the episode, Will was talking about how he met love. Well, Joe, air quotes, was talking about how he met love, and he was like, oh my gosh, I can't wait to tell our kids. Is that creepy, crazy, or kind of cute? What do you think? Because he was almost like he was stalking her. He was like, oh my God, this is how we met. I can't wait to tell our kids. Like, I stalked you, and then we fell in love, and it's all going to be great. Is that crazy, creepy, or cute?
I think that's creepy because it's so soon. I'm all for having a vision of your future, but just because we know how he operates and thinks, I think it's a little crazy. Now, if it was like 4 months, 5 months down the line, then it would be cute because hopefully we both can be on the same page and be on the same board of what our vision would look like together. Okay. But it's creepy at this point for me.
I'm going to say it's crazy for the same exact reasons. He doesn't even know this girl. And he's like really serious about, I'm going to tell our kids. He's like, he said that in such a convict. It wasn't even like a cute, like, oh, he's joking. He's serious. So for that seriousness, you are crazy, Joe.
And he said it more than once throughout the episode.
He did.
Yeah.
He said it
and
at
it was
least
like
2 or 3 times.
Kids. It wasn't like kids.
Tell our kids.
Come on, male representation.
Initially, I did think it was very creepy because he doesn't know her, and we do know how they initially came together.
Right.
But I mean, it's a cute statement. And I think in the moment that he was having, because at the moment he wasn't stalking her, like she had invited him to be there with him.
Yeah.
And I think he was just watching her do her thing, and he was like, wow, like I can see something going on. So I'm going to say at least in
that very moment. I'm
it
not
was
judging
cute.
it.
Okay.
It was cute at the time, but I will admit that I did notice that he was like, more kids. Like,
He's
So
like,
it's the manifestation to life.
maybe we're just seeing him grow as a person.
Yeah.
Now he can see a future with someone.
You know.
He never talked about kids with Beck.
True.
Okay,
True
no,
point.
that's good. Okay, because she would not have been a good mom. Okay, so this one I want you to answer first, Cody, because this is a little I can't quite understand it from a male's perspective. Taking underwear from laundry, creepy, crazy, or kind of cute? First, okay, well I won't get too personal. And say, have you done it?
I have not done it.
Oh,
That
okay.
is not something I have done. I've had people leave their underwear at my house not on purpose. By accident, I don't give it back. I'm like, little cute thing for our night. But
That crazy comes out.
I mean, the craziness of it, I would never steal someone's underwear, but I did go on a vacation over the summer, and it was me and a bunch of friends, and we were all in our hotel room, and I mean, I'll just say it was a debaucherous trip, at least for me. And the next morning, one of my friends, I apparently had smelled my underwear.
Okay.
And and everyone was like laughing about it because it was just like raunchy and funny.
Yeah.
And I was like, I'm gonna choose not to be offended by this and just move on with my day. It was I mean it's creepy, but at the same time I'm like, all right, I guess you into me like that, sure.
You know what?
But
That says a little something about your friend. I don't know if you're the one that has to be.
I'm gonna blame it on alcohol. Was that involved?
I'm
gonna just,
yes, that was there.
That works.
So
I
we
see the
think.
picture.
So
But,
we know Cody thinks that stealing underwear.
Is-
I don't think stealing it is right, but I can see the flattery
cute
behind
thing.
it.
Enjoying
There we go.
the aftermath is cute. Okay,
Because I got to keep it, so
Yeah.
it's not like it went missing.
It's so interesting.
It's
not-
creepy.
Okay.
I'm on the borderline of creepy cute. Can I have
Yeah,
that as an
yeah,
option?
that's how I
can.
feel.
'Cause
It's like
creepy,
it's inappropriate, but
you know, if my
Okay.
man's, somebody's boxers laying around, I just put them on and get comfortable.
That's not the same thing. You
It's
know
not
it's not.
okay.
You-
Now,
okay,
if I
you
take
just
them
met a
because of
dude.
that reason,
You just met a dude, and you guys are on the second date because the first date was good, and second date now you're at his house, and he's in the kitchen cooking you something to eat, and you're just in the laundry room because the bathroom was on the way there, and you're like,
Life experience.
Well,
sniffing his boxers.
if they had Mickey on them, I'm taking them. I just
my
have to be
gosh.
crazy at that. Mickey wins all the time.
The things you learn on the after show. All right, last one. Just wrap it up. Will saying that he air quote loved her friends, but after eavesdropping on the conversation. Little crazy, kind of cute that he loves the friends, or
Well, that
kind of
was
creepy.
cute. He needed intel. That was
yeah,
cute.
that was
Okay.
cute.
Yeah.
It
He
gave him
needed intel.
validation, I guess, that
Okay.
they're not so scary. So
Okay.
it's cute, I guess.
And it also kind of gave us a glimpse that like she's not entire because we have our suspicions that she's not who
Right,
she seems to be,
right.
Yeah.
but she's. I do. Sorry, I'm like racking my brain right now with my different theories. A part of me thinks that maybe she knew he was eavesdropping because a part of me thinks she's an agent of Becca, or not Becca, of
Yeah, Candace.
Candace. But I do think that her telling her friends these nice things about him shows that there is at least some sort of legitimate thing. But
She's genuine.
she's genuine. But again, a part of me thinks she knows he's stalking her.
Come on over to the dark side. Come on. We know we don't trust her. We know we don't trust her. Anyway, that is the creepy, crazy, cute segment. Anything that kind of teeters a line of crazy, creepy, or cute, post it, and then, maybe people will give you a thumbs up, thumbs down, and vote on whether or not they think that's just completely normal. So.
Yes, and also be sure to leave your answers for all 3 questions in our comment section, and we'll be able to shout you out on air. So after the special segment, we also have some gossip and news that Adaeze will give us tonight.
Yeah.
Penn Badgley was interviewed by Entertainment Magazine, where he says that his character, Joe Goldberg, is unhinged. Now, he doesn't give us too much away, but he does say the difference between season 1 and 2 is that season 1, he had to lure Beck in. He had to work for her love and infiltrate her life. And in season 2, he actually has someone who loves him and wants him. So we get to see, like we saw in episodes 1 and 2, we get to see how that changes his whole dynamic. And also season 2, we see he has some type of male companion. I mean, we don't know where this relationship is going to go, but 40, Love's twin, becomes somebody who's in his life. And we noticed in season 1, there's no male companion for Joe. So it's going to be interesting to see where that dynamic takes him, if it's going to help him out in his creepy journey or if it's going to hurt him. So, yep. Oh, he's so cute, isn't he? Creepy. Crazy.
And crazy. Yeah, all three. He lines under all three.
Insane.
Thank you so much, Adaeze, for that news and gossip. And as always, we'll close out the show with a little bit of predictions.
Your AfterBuzz TV predictions.
Cody, do you want to start us off?
No, because I'm blanking. Someone else go first.
Adaeze, take the lead.
I'm going to predict now that Joe is trying to find his balance with Love, and she's trying to pretend like they're friends, and they're really not because she just wants him. I predict that he's going to do something to show his dark side. It might be unintentional. It might just slip out, but he's going to show Love, like, who he really is, maybe just a little bit. And she's going to be like, whoa, maybe she's turned on. Maybe she's turned off. You don't know.
Interesting. I was actually going to lead with Love. I was about to say he's going to find out something that he doesn't necessarily like or maybe expect, or some type of connection is going to throw him off. Like, holy crap, I've been the one stalking you, and you are completely different than what I expect. Kind of like when he found Beck sleeping with the teacher.
Yeah.
It was like something that, you know, I think he's going to find out something about Love that's just not quite right.
I do think Ellie is going to be our wild card. I think because she is young and she is tech savvy, I think her being on her phone all the time is going to either mess with Joe will, or it's going to save his butt. Yeah. Because and especially in the first episode where she's on the roof filming him, and we don't really know what the heck she was actually doing up there. But I think she's gonna be either his little sidekick or gonna mess him up.
I'm gonna piggyback a little bit off what Adaeze said earlier. I think Will and Joe are gonna have some type of kinship of a relation, even though he's caged. I feel like some point he'll be let out, but I think there's some type of mental illness that they both relate to and have, and I feel like that's going to be the thing that's going to bring them together. And I think he's going to be some type of partner in crime for him or with him.
Prediction.
Maybe they'll switch out and he'll be Joe for a little bit in New York. I don't know. It'll be his like spy keeper. But again, we shall soon see. Thank you all for always joining us. Thank you for commenting and joining in the chat. Takira, you want to close us out where all the viewers can follow you at?
Oh yes, you can find me on Instagram and Twitter at Takira_Shabrae.
I'm also on Twitter and Instagram as Cody Epp.
I'm on Instagram at 1Adaeze. That's 1ADAEZE.
And I'm Taquaila, and I'm on Instagram, Facebook at Taquaila_IM. Again, thank you for tuning in. We'll see you in a week.
Our founder, Keven Undergaro, and me, Maria Menounos, would like to thank you for tuning in to AfterBuzz TV. Remember, we're not just the first, we're the biggest in the world, and we're the only destination for all your favorite TV shows. Whatever you crave, we've got it. So go to AfterBuzzTV.com and check out our lineup. Buzz you later.
The views expressed herein are those of the hosts only and do not necessarily reflect the views of AfterBuzz TV or its owners or principals.